that? He just, jeez. We were at the one of the biggest travel shows out there, IMEX America, with Todd and Dave and Adela and Gina and of course Maria and myself. And obviously, every chance we obviously take an opportunity to shoot videos and give different perspectives and all of that stuff. And a lot of people are excited about this. And I'm happy. I thought it was because it was so long, nobody would really watch it or take a look at it. But how wrong was I? So, okay, guys, I'm getting this ready. It's ready to go right now. We were invited to the IMEX America convention in Las Vegas. IMEX America is the largest gathering of travel professionals on the planet. There were 3,499 decision makers in one of the biggest meeting markets in the world. There were 200 countries in attendance. Our travel membership was praised for being unique, a difference maker, the next big thing. What is one big problem in the travel industry that most people don't know exists?
There's a monopoly. Only two companies control the entire space. So you go out there like a lot of consumers do. You go to Expedia's website, then you go to Orbitz, you go to Travelocity, you go to Kayak, you go to Trivago, Bookings.com, and you go to all these different places. And you believe you're price shopping, only to find out that they're all owned by the same company. I mean, they're literally sitting back going like, I wonder who they're going to choose. I mean, because it's all owned by the same company, and most people have no idea. So there's a monopoly in travel. Everything is owned by Expedia or Priceline. And when you get to go book at the actual travel agent rate, when you get to book without all of the markup, that's when people are blown away by, oh my gosh, I can book for up to 70% off, 50% off, 40% off, right? Huge savings. And obviously, that's kind of the foundation of our program.
Yeah.
What are some of the services that members get access to?
We give you a Booking.com, Expedia type of site, except they have markups and fees and we don't. So we present the actual wholesale rate without all the markups and fees. You can book 24/7 inside of that travel site and have so much fun and see the savings that are absolutely in there. Then, of course, the second platform that we offer with our membership is the getaways. 8 days, 7-night destinations, 2,000 plus destinations around the world, condo-like situations that are there, washer, dryer, refrigerator, living room, all that. That's available around the world. And then also the third, our most popular, is the World Tour platform, and that unique and special destinations curated by our travel advisors, in-house travel advisors that negotiate directly with hotels, these great deals in Dubai and Phuket and Bali and Las Vegas and San Diego, all over the world at prices that people would look at and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I can go to Hawaii for $379 for 6 days, 5 nights with resort fees waived for 2 people and 2 children, and that's all one price, all out the door. So that's absolutely incredible.
Why is the travel membership exploding all over the world?
We have AAA, we have Apple, we have Amazon, we have, you name it, right? Netflix.
Uber Eats, DoorDash.
Yeah, Uber Eats, DoorDash, because it saves you a ton of money.
Sure.
And so when people join our membership,
right,
you get to travel for the travel agent rate. And of course, we actually take it to a whole nother level, because if you refer just 3 people and tell them how to save big time money in travel, then you're going on vacations that cost you almost nothing. And so it's next level membership. But obviously memberships are popular because they save you big time money.
Where was the last vacation you took using the membership?
We were at a place called the Grand Palladium, 5-star resort, oceanfront property, tons of restaurants, all the different swimming pools, swim-up bars, all inclusive,
wow,
all the food, all the beverages, everything included. Normal price is about $2,900 to be there for 5 days.
Yeah.
We were there for $299. Before that, we were in Europe for 3.5 weeks. We were in France. We were in Rome, we were in Madrid, we were in the Canary Islands.
Yeah.
I mean, every time we turn around, we're going on another trip.
Sure.
We just trade in our points that cost us nothing,
right,
and we get to go for virtually nothing.
Why are families, and specifically moms, joining the membership?
When you can show moms and dads,
exactly,
and more importantly, when you can show mom how to take their families on unbelievable vacations,
sure,
without tapping into the current family budget. That's what's exciting people and electrifying the imagination of countless people. These are trips I can finally take because I can finally afford to go on the trip.
Yeah.
How can everyone get information about your travel membership?
7.
Okay, guys, we have another version of that too that had the music. That was the first version, and we didn't put the right one on, but it was still the same content. But Todd, that was awesome. Asking the questions, people were excited. The background with all the travel stuff behind it, and so many people on Facebook just really like that. People were asking me, Daryl, do you have a link for that? We did not put that on a link, and I don't know if we're going to do it or not. It just depends. But I hope that helps people. Great interview, Todd.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, great interview for Maria, and of course, I realized it was Miss Gina doing the filming. When I saw you, I'm like, I thought that's right, Gina was doing the filming. Forgot about this. So Gina was holding the camera there, and I was going into the story that you asked me to record. I know that Bob DeCastro asked me to do one of the old sizzle calls, if you will, and it's the story that I shared with everybody when people put me on the phone and, hey, Todd, tell people about our membership, right? And so, one of the first questions I was asking people was, do you like to travel? And oh my gosh, we love to travel. Do you like to make money? A lot of people are like, well, who doesn't? Well, get ready to fall in love all over again, right? And then we have this travel membership where you can book at the travel agent rate. Now that's going to save you a ton of money. Sometimes I give them a couple of examples of what that means. From there, with our membership, you get a fixed number of points every single month. Well, those points can be turned in for actual incredible vacations all over the world. In fact, you have enough points for 2 vacations, plus you get 1 trip that doesn't require points. So you're actually getting 3 trips per year with our company. Now, this is going to save you a ton of money. And there's actually a lot of companies who can help you save money and travel. But what takes it to the next level is we have this referral program where if you refer 3 other people to the program, your membership costs you nothing. Therefore, your points cost you nothing. And of course, therefore, your vacations cost you virtually nothing. And when you can show, and you heard me say in the interview, when you can show moms and dads how they can take their family on incredible vacations without tapping into the current family budget, that is the idea that's winning at kitchen tables all over the world. And of course, we're female dominated. It's mom more often than dad. And moms are like, hold on. You're telling me if I join this thing, I'm going to save big time money. Correct. And you're telling me if I bring 3 people, my family gets free vacations? Correct. Be right back. Be right back. That is the answer we get so often. And when I share that little story, just like I just did right now, with people on the phone time and time again, they're like, wow, what an incredible idea. And I go, what's really incredible is the fact that no one's ever done this before. If you go out and ask, and we say this all the time, ask 100 people, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? And the answer is, I would travel. If you ask people about their bucket list, the before I die list, right? Before I die, here are all the things I want to do. And it's travel dominated. So how come you don't do it? Well, I can't afford it. And no one's ever thought to put together a program that doesn't just save people money on travel, but allows you to earn free travel. That's the thing that we're doing that no one else is doing. And that's the reason we're catching excitement all over the world. It's not just saving money, which we can do. Save you huge money. That's the foundation. But there's other programs that can save you money too. It's the fact that we take it to that next level, and you can obviously, get those vacations that are costing you virtually nothing. And of course, we continue to expand and grow, and it's been pretty incredible. And so I got to record that for Bob. I still got to do a different recording for Daryl. But again, I think a lot of you guys can kind of, just take that little story and share it again and again. And of course, again, travel membership, book at the travel agent rate. You're earning points, which are worth vacations, right? You get the points every month. Those are worth actual vacations. And of course, you can go all over the world. But the big thing is the referral program. Tell 3 other people, and your membership is costing you nothing. And again, when you can show moms and dads how they can take their family on incredible vacations without tapping into the current family budget, that is the idea of winning at kitchen tables all over the world. Mom says, you're kidding me. If I can join, I can save money. Yes. Tell 3 people, my family's getting free vacations. Be right back. And so very, very simple story, but it seems to help people understand what we're doing, how unique what we're doing is. And I mean, literally, I get on the phone, tell that story again and again, and like in a moment, people are like, wow, this is pretty cool. This is exciting.
You just did it, Todd. I mean, literally, we could rewind the clock.
I just did it twice.
Exactly. It was a short version and an extended version, but you literally just did it as you just were sharing what you say. if we could just snip, it's done. It's already right there. And by the way, I'm sure, including myself, I'd do cartwheels to be able to send a little 2-minute explanation like you just did. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It was 1 minute and 35 seconds. And you closed it with, moms around the world. I mean, they get this. Hold on, I'll be right back. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Daryl, I know you've been asking him for this because when it comes out of his mouth, it is absolute. I've been on calls like you. It's perfection.
Well, one other thing I want to throw out there real quick, and I'll let you go, Daryl, is the fact that what if that's all this was? Now, I understand that we've got this incredible comp plan. You can go 1-star, 2-star, and you can go ambassador, and Ambassador Deborah Taylor is flying on, United Emirates, one of the nicest airlines in the world, going to Dubai. Company's paying for her airfare. She's staying at a 5.5-star hotel, and breakfast and dinner, and they're doing the excursions, and you get to go shopping at Louis Vuitton. I mean, I understand we have all that. Put all that to the side for a moment. Just divorce yourself from network marketing for one moment. Pretend for one moment all we had was what I just described. All we had was this place where you can come join, which we have, and you can save massive amounts of money on travel. And then if you tell 3 other people about it, your family's running free vacations. How many hundreds of millions of people, hundreds of millions of moms and dads would do cartwheels for that opportunity right now for just that? Forget about making money. Forget about 1-star and 2-star for just that, for a chance to make their dreams come true, because they all want to go to these different places. They just don't have the money to do it. And that's the thing that we're doing. And we make it simple. 3 people. You are 3 people away from making most of your dreams come true. And for countless people that are in our company, I see Miss Mahmouda on here. Hi, Miss Mahmouda. I mean, that was her big thing. She wasn't joining the company to make money. She was joining the company because she loves to travel. And you hear that again and again and again and again. And Daryl, I think you were about to say something there.
Yeah, well, the other thing that precurses that is that what you just said is the second video too. Maybe we won't say forget about network marketing. We can say forget about the business side, but what you just said is a secondary video as well. So if you don't do it, we'll have it done at some point in time in the very near future. What I wanted to speak on, I just saw Alicia Davis, and I saw this on Facebook, and I loved it on Facebook that she had a travel dance team. One of her people, and I want to find out who that person is. I'd love to interview them on the Tuesday call. Plus, I want to get a video done with that as well. But they went out there traveling. It was basically, I just clicked. I just booked my first trip, a 5-day trip to Orlando. The trip is for the dance championship. If I had booked it through the Varsity app, I would have paid over $2,000. I'm staying at the same resort for only $829. What a blessing. Thank you. I definitely would like to talk to that lady. I'd like to get her on there, and you, Alicia, on the Tuesday call, and then talk about a video, because that is powerful. And then I saw all the ramifications coming from that. So many other people are, hey, let's get this to the other dance studios. And I think it was your sister as well. So it's just exciting time. I mean, that is just unbelievable.
Yeah, in fact, one of the guys that Ryan works with and I work with, his name's Lee Dean. In fact, I went and saw a movie last night because of Lee. So, hey, Lee, appreciate the 2 thumbs up on the movie. We went and saw that movie, and Gina absolutely loved it. It was funny. It was the new Julia Roberts and George Clooney movie, kind of a romantic comedy, but we hadn't been to a movie in a while. It's pretty good. Anyway, so Lee had, I think it was her name Shannon, and they all played baseball. Now they're all part of the sports baseball team, and we got on a call, and of course, I don't think Lee even knew the story, but she had booked a hotel, just like you were mentioning a moment ago, Daryl, where the baseball team, everyone else on the team was paying one price, and she was paying something that was like a fraction of what they paid. I mean, it was an unbelievable savings. She was new, but she was absolutely fired up, excited, passionate, because she obviously had a product experience and realized, my gosh, this company's saving tons of people money on travel. And so again, when you understand that foundation, when you kind of get it in here, right? It's one thing to kind of hear. It's another thing when you know that you know that you know, we are saving people big time money on travel. You help 3 other people do the same thing. Your family's getting, virtually free vacations. Again, that's what's causing a lot of the excitement. But I want to kind of shift to the comp plan for a moment, if you don't mind, guys, because I don't think we talk about this enough. If you look at compensation plan methodology, if you go back to, Daryl, I know you were with a company called NSA. They were doing the water filters way back in the 1980s. If you look at companies like Amway, Herbalife, New Skin, Equinox, right? These are some of the old mainstay companies, and I'm not picking on them because they didn't know what they didn't know back then, right? They were the pioneers of this industry. They built a compensation program based on theory, not reality. And so therefore, people thought about going wide back then. You could go infinitely wide, but we're only going to pay you, 6, 7, 8 levels deep. Well, what people figured out is that network marketing, by the way, and this is one of the biggest ironies in the entire industry, that people sometimes refer to our industry as it's not one of those pyramid things, right? As soon as they can't think of the name network marketing, they can't think of the name multi-level marketing. And when you look at this industry, again, $200 billion industry, 20 times the size of the National Football League. You've got Warren Buffett, one of the top, richest men in the entire world. He owns a very large pyramid company called Pampered Chef out of Chicago. You got Citibank, a Fortune 500 company. They own a very large pyramid company, called Primerica. And so network marketing has really kind of come of age. And so sometimes people throw that PUP word around, right? But people see, is that one of those kind of pyramid things? Well, here's the great irony. That if you actually diagram an actual network marketing structure, what it actually looks like, it does not look like anything. It does not look like the pyramids of Egypt in any way, shape, or form. Instead, it's going to come out like a pyramid on top. It's going to come down very, 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 very deep. Picture the Washington Monument, right? Pyramid on top comes down very, 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 very deep, eventually shrinks at the bottom. That's what an actual organization looks like. Now, here's the irony. The thing that everyone refers to as the pyramid thing, right, is the only form of business that we know of that does not form a pyramid. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The thing that's known as a pyramid thing is the only business structure that we know of on the entire planet that does not form a pyramid. It looks more like the Washington Monument, and then it shrinks at the bottom than the pyramids of Egypt. Any other business structure you can think of, right? You got the CEO on the top, and the executive vice presidents, assistant vice presidents, managers, all the way down to the people actually doing the work on the bottom. If you're talking about the Catholic Church, I went to Catholic school. You're talking about the Pope, the cardinals, the bishops, the priests, the deacons, the congregation. You're talking about the military chain of command. It's the exact same thing. Talking about your family tree, exact same thing. Talking about the hierarchy structure at the United Way or the Salvation Army, it's the exact same thing. Everything you can think of. Now, if I am working, in fact, Ryan, you work for GMC, right? You sell, GMC product. If I work for GMC, massive, massive company, and I'm one of the guys actually there, on the floor, helping put the truck together. I'm working on the rotors. I'm running the machine over there all day long. I'm working my butt off, right? I mean, I don't take any breaks. I'm out there hustling. Is there any chance that I can make more money than my immediate supervisor?
Never.
None.
Never.
Zero. Nada. Cannot happen. It doesn't matter how hard I work. I cannot make more money than that guy who's above me. What are my chances of going from being a guy on the floor, working on the machines, to the very, very top, where I'm now the CEO of the company? I mean, you're better off buying a lottery ticket, which is they sell lottery tickets too, by the way. Yeah. You got no chance. You got a better chance of winning the lotto than having that happen. Now, here's what's ironic. When you look at, like, for example, Danny Sogwill, who's in your guys' business, Daryl, there's a lot of people above Danny, but they don't make as much money as Danny, right? There's a lot of people above Ryan that don't make as much money as Ryan. There's a lot of people above Camila Peraza that don't make as much money as Camila Peraza. I happen to see Tatiana just text me. Tatiana's on here. There's a ton of people above Tatiana that don't make as much money as Tatiana. Where you happen to fall in the hierarchy structure does not dictate how much money you make. Rather, what you do dictates how much money you make. It is a meritocracy. Who does not want that? This is not based on, are you male, female? Did you go to the right schools? Are you kissing the right asses? None of that, right? I mean, forget all that, right? You have a left leg, you have a right leg. Our computer does not know what religion you are, what language you speak, where you come from, whether you're the part of the good old boys club or the good old girls club. None of that matters, right? There's only, you go to work, you get paid. It doesn't matter who's above you. You can make more money than them. You can make more money than Daryl. You can make more money than me if you decide to go build a bigger business, right? It is totally up to you. So number one, that's already different. Now, again, they didn't know that way back when. Way back when, they thought it was about going wide and getting paid 5, 6, 7, 8 levels deep. Well, what actually happens is these things go very, 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 very deep. And so compensation plans started to change back in the 1990s. So this binary comp plan, a two-legged structure, was invented by David and Martha Crow in the 80s. And of course, obviously, a gentleman we all knew, Mike Cooper, he actually worked for David and Martha Crow. That's where he actually learned the binary system. And so again, Daryl and Ryan and I have been involved with some binaries kind of since they were invented. Well, today it's the most popular form of compensation that we have in our industry, and for a number of reasons. Number one, there is not a compensation program in our industry. It does not exist where if you find just one leader, one leg, that is going to pay you a ton of money. There's no one who's going to pay you over $100,000 a year for bringing one leg. So every comp plan you can think of requires two legs or more. Okay. Only in a binary can I find two leaders. Now, I'm not talking about finding two people. Finding two people is easy. I'm talking about finding two leaders. Somebody who's willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes. Deborah Taylor, she is a leader. It doesn't matter how many obstacles have been put in front of her. She just keeps going and going and going. She's going to do whatever it takes for however long it takes to go out and have success. Daryl and Maria, the same thing. Ryan, the same thing, right? Now, Dr. Phyllis Terry, there's a lot of leaders that we have in our company that are the exact same way. But that's what a leader is. Finding people, that's easy. Finding leaders, that's like finding eagles. Pigeons are everywhere. Eagles, you find them one at a time, right? And there's plenty of leaders out there. But only in a binary, right, the most popular compensation program in our industry today, can I find just two leaders. Any other compensation program you can think of is going to require you to find more than two. Some ask for 12, some ask for 10, some ask for 8, some ask for 6. I even meet people, it's just 3 legs. It's only one more leg. No, it's not one more leg. It is twice as hard to find two leaders, okay, and to build 2 legs as it is to build one. So it's not a little bit more hard. It's literally twice as hard to build 2 legs as it is to build 1 leg. Well, guess what? It is 3 times as hard to build 3 as it is to build 2. It gets exponentially more difficult, okay? And that's why the binaries become so popular. I only have to find 2 leaders, one on the left, one on the right. So if I've got Daryl on my right and I've got Ryan on my left, and if there's nothing that I can say to Daryl and Maria that can get them to quit, doesn't matter what I say, I cannot talk them out of the business. I cannot tell them, hey, Daryl, this is a horrible idea. We shouldn't do it. We should do something else. It doesn't matter what I say. It's like, Todd, look, dude, you've lost your mind. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. We are going to keep building this business. We're traveling for less. We're traveling for free. We're changing lives. We ain't going anywhere. So if I got a guy like that in my right leg and I got a guy like that in my left leg, then by definition, my income has just become permanent. All right. That's what makes the binary so incredible. Now, within the binaries, then there's us. So if you look at 99% of the binaries out there, if I go out there and I get 600 volume in my left leg, 600 volume in my right leg, this is what we call 1-star director here at Travorium. 600 left, 600 right. And 99% of the binaries out there, how much is your check, Ryan? 600 left, 600 right. What is your check? You're on mute.
Sorry about that. I've been a part of it forever. 10%.
Yeah, $60.
60
Your check
bucks.
is $60. Your check is not 59. It's not 58, 56. It's not 61. Your check is exactly $60. Not if, not maybe. This is not a matter of debate. It's not I think. It's not well I heard. Your check is $60. That is a stone cold fact. In 99% of the companies, that's what your check is.
And the volume flushes.
And the volume flushes. With us, your check here is not $60 per month. Your check is a minimum of $10 per day. That's $300 a month. If you go out and tell 3 people in your first 30 days, then you get the extra 100. That's $400 a month. But then don't forget, you're getting the direct sales commissions. You're getting the director bonus, the 1-star bonus. So for many of you, it's going to be $400 to $700 per month. That is $5,000 to $8,000 per year versus $720 per year. $720 a year over here with 99% of the pay programs, $5,000 to $8,000 over here with Travorium. Those numbers are not close. Now, for those of you that like the $720 check better than the $5,000 to $8,000 check, let me know. Things can be arranged. Okay. And so I don't know if any of you are going to be calling me, no, Todd, I want that 720 check. It just sounds more fair. No one's going to take the 720 check versus the 5 to 8,000. Let's take it one step further. You become a 2-star director, 25 on the left, 25 on the right. Your volume is now 2,000 left, 2,000 right. And 99% of all of the companies out there with 2,000 left, 2,000 right, Daryl, how much is my check?
10%.
That's $200. My check is $200. It's not $198. It's not $202. It's exactly $200. With our company, your check is not $200. Many of our 2-star directors are earning close to $2,000. Some are actually earning over. Some are earning less. I don't want to go through the whole breakdown in that arena because I want to be conservative time here. But again, it's not even close. We are doing things not just in the travel arena that have never been done before. We are doing things in compensation plan methodology that have never, ever been done before. Mr. David Hart and Mr. Della Hart have taken a lot of that money that's historically been put on the back end of the compensation program so that some big hitter can make, $2 million a month and, drive around in their jet airplane. And they brought it to the forefront of our compensation program so that everyday people can make some real bill paying money, not maybe someday, but now. You can go 1-star director, in my belief, any one of you, if you mentally decide to do it, you can turn on the jets and you can be there in the next 30, 60 days. If you want to go 2-star director, it's my belief, any one of you, it's more of a mental decision. You can turn on the jets and you can be there in the next 2 months to 6 months. Maybe it takes you a little bit longer. But if we put on a full-on campaign and you were really, really going for it, I believe you would be there, which now puts you in the Comma Club. Understand that at $2,000 per month income, in the Canary Islands, they only make $1,000 per month. In the Solomon Islands, they only make $1,500 per month. In France, many of the school teachers only make $2,500 a month. We've had school teachers quit their job after getting to 2-star director. Even here in the United States, if you look at the average household income, which is roughly $65,000, maybe getting close to 70. Well, if you give them an extra $24,000 a year, that's 1/3 of the entire household income. It's life-changing money. I don't care where you live. At $2,000 a month, we can change lives at $2,000 a month. I mean, 2,000 left, 2,000 right, and it's going to give you that $2,000 a month. Again, in most companies, you would be earning $200 a month, $2,400 a year, not $18,000 to $30,000 per year. So we got a company, 10 years old, debt-free, rock solid, paying people on time, every time as they have for the past 9 years, 63 countries, corporate office in Temecula, corporate presence in Madrid, Spain, also technically Colombia. They have customer service in multiple languages, a CEO and founder who's been a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, doing stuff in travel that's never, ever been done before. We were just a smash hit at the travel show last week, people blown away by what we're doing. It's the one thing everybody wants to do. Every one of you know it. We're showing people how they can do it for nothing, and we're giving you a compensation program that can change lives in a way no other company's ever done, and we're just getting started. We didn't even invent the world tours until November of 2019, 4 months before the pandemic.
Hallelujah. Right? Ty, you were rolling, man. And we had the organ going. We'd had some notes going. We'd had some chords backing you up, brother, man. But guys, it is so right. I mean, it is comparative to what we had to do in the past. There is no comparison whatsoever. And once you understand that, and you get that belief in your body and your soul, and you step it up to the next level, your life is going to change. Now, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, we're talking on a regular basis, and when she talks about her game plans and asks how I can help and how we're putting some things together to get some things going, Maria and I are flying out to New Orleans here at the end of this month for Apostle H. Daniels Wilson, and putting these things together. Well, she mentioned Pastor Summers. He said, I want to go 4-star by the end of this year. And I said, great. How's he going to do it? And she said, well, he's excited putting some things together. And I said, would you mind if I give him a call? So I called him up and I asked him, I said, Pastor Summers, I understand what your goal is. What are you going to do to actually get it? What is your game plan? And he said, well, I'm just going to talk to people and we're going to plug some people into the calls and this and that. And I said, would you mind if I get Todd and Apostle Ambassador Taylor on the phone and we do a conference call? Because I knew where this was going. And he said, absolutely. So I said, what we need to do is, and then we put the game plan together. And today it's starting. So not only does he have a game plan and looking at going 4-star by the end of the month, he knows what to do, how to do it, and he's contacting people. He's probably going to have 20 to 30 people, anywhere 10 to 30 people on a call within at the top of the hour or close to the top of the hour in a few minutes. But in fact, I think we got to get going. I'm not sure what time is that call. We got to get. But my point is that we have a specific game plan. I've been on the phone with him every day. I know Deborah Taylor's been on the phone with him every day. He is pumped up, sending out emails, sending out texts. He's putting everything together, and he knows he's got to create the energy. He knows this first 10, 15 days closing out this month, he's got to create the momentum if we're going to have enough to get through the end of this year to get him where he wants to go. So any of you that wants to hit a certain level, you can't play around with it. You just can't say, I want to do it. You have to say it, believe it, turn that goal into an obsession, get together with a leader, put together a game plan of emailing people, texting people, setting up live webinars, doing that not once, and then next week we don't hear from you or the week after. Every single week, every couple of days, we're doing that to create momentum. Anybody that does that and stays consistent doing it with the leaders, your life is going to change. This is a no-brainer comparative to anything, Todd and Ryan, that we've done in the past. It's not even close.
Hey, by the way, Daryl, I'm going to bring up a point to you. And Todd, remember this. Do you remember when I started my launch, what the months were when I started my launch? November, December.
Correct.
So anybody, Daryl, anybody who
Ryan,
says,
we can't hear you unless it's us.
I'm hearing you, Ryan.
Yeah. I don't know where we're at, Daryl. Hopefully, you're a little frozen. I don't know if you can hear me or not. But anyways,
Ryan, you sound good.
Yeah. Anyways, remember that, Todd?
No, hey guys. Hey, Ryan, one quick second. Todd, I'm going to drop because we got to get on there. It's starting in 4 minutes.
Okay.
So
good,
it's I'll send you the email to get on there as well. All right. So sorry, Ryan.
Good enough. Yeah, November, December, Todd, I was building where people in the industry might say, oh, those are tough months. And remember, we were teaching people give away the gift of travel for the holidays.
Sure.
And we were showing, I didn't have very stories. I had one story. I was using other people's stories, and we created momentum based off of other people's stories, the holidays, set yourself free, setting goals for the end of the year, rolling into the first of the year, where you could set yourself free, almost like end of the year, getting ready, gonna get healthy, go to the gym. Well, wait till the first of the year. Let's start right now. Funny thing as well, as you talked about, the first thing I wrote down, compensation plans, wide for show, deep for dough.
Yeah.
OMG. I mean, people in this, remember, 2 people, right? We need 2 people here. We sat down, we do meetings, we'd pull out this big sheet. Oh, you had to have 10 to 20 people front line to have true success. Wide for show, deep for dough. And then we did get to the 2-legged environment, but our best movement ever back then was a trinary. It was 3 legs.
Yes.
I was fortunate enough, Dave Hart, Kathy Coover, Debbie Foley / John McClellan, a lot of other guys along there, but I had my 3 legs, and that was brutal. 2 legs. I mean, it's the greatest compensation plan in the world. I've been in many, many binaries in my career, and 10% feels all warm and fuzzy, but you could have a leg of 20,000, Todd, growing every month. You're not getting paid off of that leg. Let's not forget that 10% is off the lesser leg as well. It's off the lesser leg. So, I mean, that number looked really good over there. And that was the thing that kind of, some people would get a little frustrated about. There is no frustration here. 2,000, done deal. Here you are. You're now a 2-star, and here's your numbers. Let's go. Let's hit the next one. So, There is no compensation plan like this in America. So exciting, really, really exciting.
Yeah, and when you look at the growth of the direct sales industry, again, I mean, it's a $200 billion industry, 20 times the size of the National Football League. If I were to go back 7 years ago, it was about $180 billion industry, which means it's growing by more than 2 NFLs in just 7 years. I want you guys to think about that for a moment. The NFL is 101 years old. I mean, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is the only holiday that does not appear on the calendar. I want you to think about that. It is the only holiday that does not appear on the calendar. If you live in the United States, I know we have an international audience, but if you live in the United States, you could hey, let's do that. How about next Sunday? Oh, we can't. That's Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, that's right. Every company, everyone in the world knows, oh, that's Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, it doesn't show up on the calendar. Hey, that's Super Bowl Sunday. Can't do it then, right? Everybody knows that. It's the only event that does not show up on the calendar. But that's how big the National Football League is. It's Saturday, Sunday. You're going to see all the jerseys. The stadiums are packed. You can't. Every other channel has got football, and more football. And as big as the NFL is, this direct selling industry is growing by more than 2 National Football Leagues in just the last handful of years. And the most prominent compensation program within that industry is the binary, where we pay 10% on one leg. My point, there's actually nothing wrong with that. It's actually a pretty good comp plan. But compared to Travorium, you'll never go back. I mean, oh my gosh, I only get $200 a month versus I get $2,000 a month over here. I mean, why? I'm not going back to do that. Again, we're just doing things that have never been done. Even the rings. I mean, this might seem like a little thing, guys. It's not. When you go 2-star, 25 on the left, 25 on the right, the company is going to send you this ring. You're going to get a whole certificate. You're going to get the whole Travorium box. You open it up, and it's got the ring in there and the certificate of congratulations and the whole presentation, right? I mean, this ring was made by a jeweler. You can see the detail in it. It says Travorium, 2-star director. They actually inscribe your name inside the ring. Your name is actually engraved inside the actual ring right there, right? You can see your own name. You hear the weight of it. You tell by the way there's weight to this ring, right? Unbelievable. No company's ever sent out rings to somebody with 50 people on their team. That's Dave Hart. That's next level thinking. We always teach in this industry, man, recognition. Babies cry for it, but grown men die for it, right? I mean, that's a popular expression in our industry, meaning that the industry recognizes that people want to be recognized, right? The industry knows that. And yet they say, well, when you get 10,000 people, we'll give you a ring. Well, how many people you got doing that this week, right? But man, what if I could get to 50 people? Any one of you, in my belief, starting today with 0, could be there in 2 months to 6 months, right? Mm-hmm. Somewhere in that neighborhood, if you really turned it on, you could get that done. If you really decided that's what you wanted to do. If you got on the phone with Daryl Maria, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, Ryan, me, whoever it is, if we pulled out every person you've ever known, and we're going through and we're actually doing 3-way phone calls, right? You and me on the telephone talking to person after person after person. Trust me, somebody's getting signed up, okay? And so, I mean, you just have to talk to that many people and tell the story before you're going to find people. Now, if you're doing it all on your own, that may not happen. You have to do the business the right way. But if you mentally decide to do it the right way, 3-way calls, you're going to go 2-star and you're going to get the ring. You're going to have the recognition. I'm just simply pointing out that this company is doing things in travel, recognition, compensation, and we are just getting started. Because, again, I made this point last week. I don't know if I can make it enough. We came up with the World Tours in November of 2019, 4 months before the pandemic started. We did some World Tours during the pandemic, okay? Company doubled in size. But you couldn't do the trainings because, I mean, everyone was like, whoa, Ryan, hey, good to see you, buddy. Keep your distance, right? Pandemic, right? You didn't have everybody hugging and training and high-fiving. You didn't have that energy, that connection with people that people so, crave and love. We didn't have that until the training we did in New Orleans. I see Mr. Tyrone Haynes on here. That's where he's from. In his hometown, we did not have that until late July of this year, which was 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. So you could argue, this company, I know it's 10 years old, but you could argue the magic of what we're doing is 4 months old. I mean, we are literally just getting started. And sometimes you just appreciate where you're like, man, I'm here at the very beginning of this whole thing. I'm doing a meeting today later on for Damon, and him and his significant other are going to have a travel party, Ryan, at their house. I mean, how cool is that? They're inviting people over. She's cooking food. She gave me the whole menu. I'm like, man, I might show up in person. I mean, it sounds like we're eating good in the neighborhood, right? And so, I mean, anyway, they're inviting people over. You guys start doing this kind of stuff. Your businesses are going to go places you can't even begin to imagine, but you just have to stick with it. It doesn't necessarily happen overnight. Again, there's a guy in our business, and he was a great guy. He had one huge leg. He sponsored a leader on the other side. Her name is Cynthia, and Cynthia Sly, fantastic leader. She was here for a couple of years. She enjoyed the travel, but she wasn't building. Her sponsor quit, okay? He had one big leg over here, had Cynthia over here. He quit the business. She went to the event in New Orleans. She went 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. She's about to go 4-star. He would be a 6-figure earner right now if he had not quit. And that story is so commonplace in our industry. People quitting 3 feet from gold. People who are about to have their breakthrough and they quit. You just have to keep going and going and going. And part of that's this mental decision that I want to be here. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to try until. Anytime you hear someone say, well, I'll give it 6 months. I mean, I don't get a good feeling. I get a good feeling when I hear people, but I don't care how long it takes me. I am going to get there. I'm going to be one of those people, whether it takes me 6 months, 6 years, or 6 decades, I'm going to do it. That's the person mentally that's ready to go make it happen. So, Ryan, I know we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to give you the final word, my friend.
Buddy, thank you so much for reviewing the comp plan today. We haven't done that in a long time, and that's a big darn deal to do that. Excited about what's going on. We heard from Deborah Taylor earlier. She's got event after event after event going on, and that's what this business ends up being once you start to lead. Now, in today's world, Todd, we were doing 6-7 events a week in the day. Events now are Zooms. Events now are 3-ways. Events now are evening calls that we do as a company, fireside chats on Sunday. The stories that are being told right now are our future. All you got to do is plug some of your people in. We just saw the videos today. Excuse me. Can you imagine calling someone and saying, listen, I'm going to send you a video. I'm in this travel club. I just went on a trip. I went to Cancun. I just came back from New Orleans. I just came back from France. You've seen the pictures. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to let this video tell you all about it because I want you to be on the next trip with me. Does that sound fair? Can I send you a video? Will you watch it? Tell me when you watch it and I'll send it to you. Wait a minute. I believe this company is designed exactly for you and your family.
Specifically designed.
Yes, specifically. There you go.
Specifically designed for people with no time. Specifically designed with people with no money. Specifically designed for people who are short. Specifically designed for people who are whatever, right?
Lee Deem just hit me up, man. Best training ever, man. What great people we got in this company. That's all I could say.
So I got to go hop on a Zoom with Daryl. I got a call for Troy and Beth. Give a shout out to Troy and Beth, who've turned out the Jets big time this week. Congratulations to you guys. I know that we were coming over to your place. I know we got another Zoom. I got a call 11:30. We got the Zoom at 1. We got another Zoom at 3.
If you want me on that call with Daryl, send me the link. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, everybody. Hey, look, it is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. We have the fireside chat with tomorrow night. I don't know if Ambassador Deborah Taylor is going to be on there or not because she's flying to Dubai. But we will have Pastor Mel Keys. I'll check in with him. See that when you line anybody else up. But tomorrow night we'll have the fireside chat, which is always one of the great hits of our week. But do not let the day go down without reaching out to 3 to 5 people and saying, hey, would you be open to taking a look? Don't use the word interested, right? In fact, I heard a great analogy for this just yesterday, Ryan. When Lee, I was talking to Lee Dean, about the movies. If Lee says, hey, I'm going to go see this movie, Ticket to Paradise, would you be interested in seeing it? I don't know. What's it about? I mean, how would I know if I'm interested? I've never seen the preview. So you got to be careful with using the word interested. Hey, would you be open to learn more about it? Well, yeah, I love the movies. So use the word open. Would you be open to learning more about what we're doing? Hey, we got some incredible things going on. I mean, you won't believe it. Hey, would you be open to seeing what we're doing? Would you be open to taking a look at the video? I mean, use the word open, right? That's a yeah, I'd be open to seeing that. We just want to get a dialogue started. Don't let the day go down without creating some dialogue with 3 to 5 brand new people today. Get some videos out. Do some 3-ways. If you've not done a 3-way phone call, I want to challenge you. Do a 3-way phone call with your sponsor and your spouse. Do a 3-way phone call with your sponsor and their sponsor. Do a 3-way phone call with your sponsor and me. We don't have any prospects. Just practice doing a 3-way call. Okay, I mean, that way you know how to click the buttons. You'd be surprised how many people have never done it. That's how that works. I've had people that have been like Slavic, and I give him credit for actually admitting he'd actually been in the industry 18 years, never did a 3-way call till recently, ever. He didn't know. And so it's like, I mean, again, I see people all the time that like, wow, that's all I had to do? Just get somebody on the phone with somebody else. And don't ask for permission. You don't have to ask for permission. I mean, if you ever call me, I'm constantly connecting to other people. I mean, in fact, remember the other day, Ryan, we did back to back, right? It was like one moment I had somebody on the phone with Daryl, and somebody else called. I had somebody else on the phone. Like, I mean, we really went back to back 3-ways. I mean, people are calling me. I just hit answer, connect. Hey, yo, Ryan, say hi to Bob. Bob, say hi to Ryan. Hold on real quick. Click. Hey, say hi to Tatiana. So I just connect people, right? And again, the more you connect people with other people, the more exciting it gets. Hey, guys, have a great day, and God bless. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.